All right, everyone, welcome to my page. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it is when you watch this video, just make it apply. My name is Rashad King, and I am an Orisha priest, crowned Oya. Chango is my daddy. I'm also scratched in Palomayambe, working with the mighty Sarabanda, who is a great shaman and warrior known for being able to break any curse. And I also practice Hoodoo. Remember, this is a general message, so only take what resonates. I should only be telling you things that your spiritual team should have already revealed to you. If they haven't revealed this to you yet, then of course it will not resonate. So go ahead and just ignore me and just take all of the other things that you learned from these videos. So let's go ahead and get this thing started. All right, guys, so before we get into this reading, just a couple of things. Remember, if you are trying to book a session, the website is always going to be in the description. So always check the description so that you can get the link to my website. The website is going to have spiritual products that you can buy, such as oils that you need for your candles, come to me oil, money oil, the whole 9 yards. It's going to have spiritual bath. It's going to have protective necklaces, protective jars, Mojo bags, as well as different services, your rituals, your ceremonies, as well as your cleansings. So if you're interested in any of those things, you can go check out the website, as well as reading material. I know a lot of people are always hitting me up saying, hey, you know, what should I read to learn more about the ancestors, to learn more about the Orishas? Go to my website and purchase my ebook. All of those things are available on my website. All right, y'all, here we go. I'm just gonna press through this reading today. I know the last time I did a reading, I actually took the painted keys and I put pictures to them. That took a lot of time. You know, I did like it, but it took a lot of time. This one I'm gonna press straight through, but that is gonna be the norm that I wanna do on this channel, is that, you know, when it comes to the painted keys, I wanna give some type of, just some visible that you can actually see. So that as you're listening, you can actually, you know, see, you know, images and things like that. So I want to continue that, but it takes a lot of time. It already takes me a lot of time to do this. I can tell you now, guys, if you are trying to reach me, I know so many people leave me messages on TikTok, Instagram. They leave me a lot of messages on YouTube as well. The best way to reach me is to schedule a reading. You know, I know I get a lot of emails as well. Sometimes I have enough time to respond to the email in between sessions, but the best way to reach me and the most accurate way to get an answer is always to set up a session, set up a reading, you know, because majority of the time, you know, I don't want to give you my advice. I don't want to give you what I think. You know, I want to give you what the card says, which, you know, tarot cards is connected to Egun, spirit guides, and ancestors. You know, there's a different divination when it comes to the Orishas. The Orishas use different forms of divinations, but the tarot cards is Egun, spirit guides, and ancestors. So it's your team connecting, you know, with my Egun, spirit guides, ancestors, giving me messages. Well, that's how it should be, because, you know, some people, you know, readings are supposed to be channeled. That, you know, your cards are a good, you know, guideline, blueprint, you know, but in order to, some people can read without channeling, you know, and so when you read without channeling, you're only going off of the meaning of the card. You know, the Three of Swords says heartbreak, so you got to be going through heartbreak. When you channel, you know, not only are you getting the meanings of the cards, but you're getting what your Egun, spirit guides, and ancestors is telling you to relay. And so, you know, they will give you a deeper story that goes beyond what the cards have to say. And so, you know, a lot of people, you know, some people know how to channel when reading, some people don't. You know, I know when I first started off, I would get so many downloads that I had to come up with a way to kind of control it and managing especially with being an empath too. I would be around people and feel so much. And, using tarot cards have always helped me to control those gifts that I have, that now I channel through, using the cards, having something physical that I can actually use. And I like it that way. Without it, it was just like, man, it was so many things just coming in at once, and I'm constantly having to write stuff down. So just keep in mind, people can do cards without channeling, but the best way is to do cards with channeling with the spirits. This message is going to be about, knowing who you are. It's funny because Spirit was cutting up earlier, giving me so many funny messages. And that's why majority of the time I relay it how I get it. And I was cracking up, y'all, earlier, talking to myself and everything. I was cracking up with all of the stuff that Spirit was telling me. Because Spirit was playing in my head one of Beyonce's songs. And before it is this little short clip. And it comes from The Lion King because, her album, Black is King, it just kind of recreated the Lion King and just put it in a more, to me, just a more spiritual way so you can understand it. Even when you look at that, it's like each song, it represented, one of the Orishas, and it just followed through. So, that was pretty neat and interesting. Beyonce have always had a heavy, presence with the Orishas and things like that. But it was one of the songs, the little monkey come out, and when he asked the lion, he was like, you don't even know who you are. Spirit had that plan in my head, and I was just laughing and joking and trying to sound like the little monkey and stuff like that, and I couldn't. I failed. But it was so funny. I had such a fun time laughing at myself. But, that's the message that Spirit was saying. Spirit was like, it's so many of you that don't know who you are. And when you don't know who you are, how can you manifest? Some of you are having the worst results in manifestation. And it's not because you don't know how to manifest. You're manifesting according to what it is that you put out there. And that's why that's where some of you are messing up, is that you're manifesting and not knowing exactly what it is that you want. And I know Spirit was telling me earlier, like for the people that's going to get on here and say, oh, well, all I need is Jesus. All I need is faith. All I need is this. I don't need, candles and jars and stuff like that. Listen, even no matter what you do, whether you do it in the name of Jesus, whether you do it in the name of faith, and no matter what name you do it in, it's still witchcraft. All of it boils down to the same thing. We are all doing the exact same thing. Just a simple prayer out in the universe, that's manifestation. Speaking things out in the universe, that's manifestation. Using a jar, crystals, candles, it's still manifestation. You're just choosing the channel in which you want to do it. We all have gifts, and some people are right. Some people do not have to light a single candle and get manifestation just like that. And it's because your gift, it lies in your mouth. Your anointing, it lies in your mouth, that the only thing you have to do is speak, and things come about faster compared to what everybody else, when they speak. But then some of you, your anointing and your gifts, it lies in your hands, that you are the one that everything that your hand touches, it will turn into gold. And so your manifestation is not necessarily tied with the mouth that you speak, that is the things that you put together, the things that you sow, that, the candle that you made, the jar that you made, the oils and herbs and stuff that you're mixing together. Everyone is different. I've seen so many people with the gifts of discernment in different ways. I've seen people with discernment in their eyes, that when they look at people, they see spirits and animals. When I was in the Navy, it was this one guy. He used to always tell me, he used to always look at me. He used to always stare at me. It was so weird. Now, I do like the guy, but it was so weird because I'm like, why does this guy keep looking at me? And so he was keep looking and looking and looking. And then finally, one day he approached me, and he came to me and he was like, it's something different about you and your brother. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? Like, come on, what are you talking about? And he was saying, when I look at everybody, there's an animal or a person or something that's attached to them. And it lets me know if I should interact with that person or not. But he was like, when I look at you and your brother, he was like, I would see nothing. And he was like, finally, one day I seen you guys apart. Because, me and my brother were twins. We went into the Navy together. We stayed on the same ship and everything. We went through boot camp together and everything. And so he said, one day I finally seen that you guys were apart. And he said that when I seen you apart, that's when I was finally able to see what follows you. And he was like, you guys are very powerful and you're going to end up doing a lot of things. And he was saying that, with one of you, it's a black angel that follows you around. It's an angel in black. And then he said, with the other one, it is an angel in white. And he was like, it's very hard for me to see you guys' energy whenever you are together, because when you're together, it's like your angels merge to something so powerful and something so potent that it's hard for people to see. And I was like, oh, that was, pretty amazing. It was a lot of things that I learned from that guy. But the main thing to highlight him is that, he had divination. I mean, he had discernment in the eyes. I've met people that have had discernment in the ears, that they hear certain things, that they will hear ringing, they will hear cackling, they will hear like a feather is going past their ear. They will hear all these different things, and it lets them know, it warns them of things. It lets them know that this area is safe. And, majority of these gifts and stuff, there's nobody around to teach you it. And so you got to learn by common sense. Where it's like, okay, every time I hear this sound, because I actually had to help this person learning how to use their gift, even though I did not have the gift myself. That's the one thing that has been very strong with my path, is that I have met people that are able to do things that I do not know how to do and that I think I will probably never know how to do. I have met some very strong, amazing spiritual people, but even though God has brought them on my path and I don't have the gift at all, people would tell me their gift and they would tell me about it, and then I've always been able to relay common sense, where it's like, okay, I don't have this gift, but I can tell you the common sense that comes with this. You need to write down all the sounds that you are hearing. And then when you write down the sounds that you are hearing, you need to see what happens when you hear that sound. So now we know this sound means danger. We know this sound means you can proceed. We know this sound saying move with caution. We know this sound. And so that's how these gifts work. And it's the same guy that had the discernment in the eyes. I've had people with discernment in the nose that, every single time when they walk in a room or something, they smell things. Their smell is more heightened than any other sensory thing on their body, that they smell things from a mile away. That is a gift. And, it's the same thing that you have to learn based on what you smell, what is happening, so that that, maybe if you smell something bad, it's letting you know that this is an area that you need to leave. If you smell something good, it means that this is a good spirit. Maybe it's time for you to engage. And so I just say that to say that, sometimes what we always do, which you see this in the church and you see this on the spiritual side, we fight against each other thinking that I'm better than you because my gift is through the eyes and I don't have to put anything together. I'm better than you because my gift is through the nose and I don't have to wait till I hear something. None of us is better than the other. We all have specific things, specific talents, anointing, gifts, and everything else. And it's not for us to compete with one another. At the end of the day, the one thing that I did like about the church is that it always reminded you that we are one body. You have the hand, but I have the foot. You have I have the foot, you have the head. It's that it's not meant for us to fight against one another. We are supposed to all come together and unite as one, because when that body is put together with all of these gifts, with all of these talents and all these anointings, imagine what it is that we can actually do. But instead we fight. Well, I'm better than you because I don't have to do any of this. All I got to do is speak and everything comes to me. Now, because of that, I'm more holy than you. It's like, sit your ass down. Nobody is better than anyone. We all have different gifts and anointings. And if you notice, Jesus did the exact same thing in his days. That, sometimes Jesus would spit in mud, rub it together, spit in dirt, spit in it, and make it into mud, and rubbed it on somebody's eyes that they needed something physical. Other times, the only thing that they had to do was touch the hem of his garment and healing occurred. At other times, he had to heal the water. So, there's so many things that we even seen throughout the Bible that, it's not just one way. It's not one way that is the right ultimate way. So we need to learn to stop fighting against each other. We always want to put, and that's the one thing that I didn't like about church, is that we always want to put ourselves, better than the other person. Oh, I'm better than you because of this. Oh, I'm better than you because of that. Now the choir think they're better than this person. And it's like, y'all, let's stop. We do not fight against flesh and blood. All of this wickedness going on, and we want to fight against each other. Let's lose this nonsense. Spirit is saying that you don't know who you are, and you see this in the results that you that you do in your manifestation. Spirit is saying, Spirit was telling me earlier that some of you need to watch the words that you say, you need to watch the words that you sing, and everything else, because what you put out, you get. And Spirit was putting one of the songs, I think it was by Tasha Cobbs. No, that's not Tasha Cobbs. That's that other girl. I forgot her name. The Spirit is like, some of you are just like, fill me up, God. Fill me up, God. Fill me up. Fill me up, God. Fill me up, God. Fill me up, God. Fill me up. And God is like, no, you said it. You put this out in the universe. And God is like, now when I'm responding and I'm filling you up and I'm giving you more power, I'm giving you more of an anointing. And the way that it is coming in the form of bringing people into your life that is teaching you beyond what you have learned, that is teaching you beyond than what is just in this white man book. And God is like, when I give it to you though, now all of a sudden you're afraid of it. Now you're saying, oh, I don't know if I should be doing that because that's witchcraft. Read your Bible, because if what you consider witchcraft is all throughout the Bible. So if it's bad one way, it got to be bad everywhere else. And Spirit is like, so you manifested this thing. You're opening your heart and you just fill me up till I overflow. I want to run over. Fill me up till I overflow. And now as God is responding to that, and God is saying, oh, you want to be filled? Hey, that ain't none but a thing. And God is like, so as I'm responding and I'm filling you up and I'm giving you the knowledge that you're missing, I'm giving you the wisdom that you're missing, the moment you get it, you become afraid. Now you are saying, oh, I don't know if I should open that door. We got to be careful what we're looking for, what we're asking for, if we're not ready to receive it. And Spirit is saying that is what some of you are going through, is that you want it, but you don't know how to maintain it, how to receive it, how to handle it. And this is why your manifestation is all over the place. And you're thinking in your mind that you did something wrong and that things didn't manifest. And it's not the fact that things didn't manifest. You you don't know how to receive it. You don't know what you're looking for. You don't, and spirit is like the main thing it boils down to is that you just truly don't know what it is that you want. Spirit is saying that when it comes to love relationships, that some of us are doing love spells, and not bad love spells that you're trapping somebody, but you're doing the love spells the way it's supposed to be done, that you're supposed to write down what you're looking for and stuff like that. And you're manifesting in the wrong energy. That instead of manifesting in an energy of what you want, and not only what you want, but what you can sustain, you're manifesting in the horniness of right now. Where it's like some of you have been, single for so long that you're manifesting in the horniness. You're manifesting in the loneliness where it's like, ooh, I just want me a big thing that's just going to tear me up. I want something that's going to put me in the hospital the next morning. And you're manifesting these things. And then when it comes, now you get exactly what it is that you asked for. And it's something you can't handle. That you fulfill the need that you manifested in an energy of lust, horniness, that you manifested that desire, but it's not something you can sustain because now it's something you can't handle. And now because of that, you're trying to deprive the other person where you like, look, I can only take that once a week. It's too big, it's too thick. And now because of that, you're trying to control the other person where you are like, if I can only handle it once a week, you can only get it once a week. And then you wonder why this person is cheating. You wonder why this person is stepping out. You manifested something that you were not completely equally yoked with. And that opens the segue of talking about equally yoked. What is equally yoked? So many of us have taken that scripture of being equally yoked to use it as controlling someone in a relationship and depriving them of respect. That we believe equally yoked is that you have to follow everything that I do. You gotta like everything that I like. And that's not equally yoked. That's having a puppet. That's having a dog, teaching a dog tricks. And some of you are in these relationships and it's like, I go to church every Sunday and Wednesday. You gotta go to church every Sunday and Wednesday. Why? So that you can feel that you're equally yoked? Equally yoked doesn't necessarily mean that you guys are gonna end up being in the same religion or following the same spiritual path. Equally yoked is both of you are awakened and you are both walking your path and getting connected with God according to what it is you were called to do. But at the end of the day, you have a respect for each other's religion. You have a respect for each other's spiritual path. That no one is forcing the other person to do anything. That is equally yoked. That is balance. Some of you need to really analyze what it is that you want, because when you go deep inside and you start looking at what you have been manifesting, you have been manifesting somebody that you can control and not something that can be loved. We have used that equally yoked too often in order to railroad the other person and force them to do everything that we want. Equally yoked is not following every single thing that you like. That's not equally yoked. Equally yoked is not saying, well, I like going to the movies, so you gotta like going to the movies too. What if the person got social anxiety that they just don't like being out in the public like that? You can get someone that's an introvert and someone that's an extrovert, and you can be a very powerful couple as long as you have that respect for each other. We don't have to drag this person out every single time just because we want to be extroverted and be around all of these people that charge us up and give us energy. But when they're around a lot of people, it takes away their energy and it suppresses them. And so we have used that scripture so long of being equally yoked in order to create a win-lose situation. That one person in a relationship get the win and they get everything that they want, while the other person get the loss and they lose themselves in a relationship. And even when that relationship is ended, that person is so lost that they have to go into a complete hibernation in order to truly find out who they are and all this stuff again in order for them to connect with someone. We have lost respect in relationships because we keep wanting the other person. We're forcing the other person to be us, and that's not what a relationship was for. Some of you are keep manifesting a monogamy relationship. And it's like, can we not look deep inside and remember the past and remember how you have never been able to be faithful in any of your relationships? If you have never been able to be faithful in any of your relationships, why are we still manifesting monogamy? It is okay to go to polygamy or polyamory. And I know people in the comments, oh, I could never. I'm a holy woman of God. All I think of is monogamy. Then let monogamy be for you and find somebody that resonates with monogamy. But that man that's cheating on you every weekend and then already had 18 kids on the side, like, I don't think you want to keep forcing him to be monogamy. I mean, I think the first baby testified to his ability of what he does with monogamy. So it's like, let's stop. Like, and this is more for the people that can't handle monogamy. Stop trying to manifest a monogamous relationship because this is what your mama told you. This is what your daddy told you. This is what the church approved. This is what society likes. This is what society wants. You have to manifest what is best for you. All too often, when we go into prayer, candle rituals, or however you want to manifest, we go in sometimes with a fake mentality. We go in knowing what it is that we want, but we speak what other people want. Well, even though I really can't handle monogamy and I know I'm a hoe and I know I'm going to cheat on this person every single day, let me manifest a monogamy relationship because this is something my pastor want, my brother want, my sister want, my mama want, my daddy want. But it's like, what is it that you want? You have to manifest for your life what works best for you. And so you're always going to end up being on a crazy end of going through divorces and breakups and everything else because you're manifesting things that you're not aligned with internally. And so if you know that you are the type of person where it's like, I'm a one-person person, then manifest monogamy. If you are the type of person where you are like, I want something like monogamy that I can feel secure, but I know I cannot handle with just being with one person, then start manifesting polygamy. And if you're the type of person where you like, look, I don't even think I would be okay if I had, 3 people, then you might be safe with polyamory. I think you need to go and just go get as many fishes as you can. And neither one is wrong. And it kind of goes back to the gifts where we have always been a society where if you don't do what I do, oh, it's something wrong with you. You don't like monogamy? Oh no, it's something wrong with you. No, we got to start manifesting what it is that we truly desire and we will have less problems. You have so many of these guys marrying women, knowing they want to be with men. And now all of a sudden when it come out 10 years later and you done had 3 kids by this woman and you have been getting that booty hole wrecked every weekend, like, come on. All of this could have been avoided, and the pain that will now come to this woman and these kids, all of this could have been avoided if you would have been your true, authentic self. It's so many of us that is manifesting, and we're not manifesting in our true heart's intentions, and you're manifesting within the delusion in which you spoke. You gotta be careful with how you manifest. I know you've heard the saying, be careful what you asked for. You will get what you asked for. You asked for that monogamy relationship and, house on a hill, knowing that this is not something you really wanted. And now that manifestation is your prison. That manifestation is your jail cell. That it makes everybody around you happy, but this is something that makes you suffer. And eventually, all manifestations that come with this type of energy, it always comes to an end. We can prevent these things by manifesting our true desires. That is the thing that, hey, this is the thing that Spirit put on my heart. Don't kill me. Don't kill the messenger. I'm single. I don't want none of y'all. So don't think, oh, he trying to trick me. Oh no, I'm not trying to trick you. I don't want you. Not my type. I don't even know who you are. Not my type. But I want people to live their true, authentic selves and stop living based on someone else's, rules, based on someone else's perception of life. We always do this thing that, oh, I'm better than you because I don't have to do this. Oh, I'm this and that. No, what is it that you truly desire? So many things can be avoided if we understand who we are. This is the last example, and then I'll get into the painted key so I can get into the reading. I remember when I used to manifest money all the time. I used to always do money spells. And when I used to do them all the time, it was my sister that used to always tell me, she was like, oh, you really need to, get a website. You need to start your own business. You know so much spiritually. And she was like, you need to do that. I used to always say in my head, and I used to tell her too, I'm like, no. I'm like, everybody is not meant to be a business owner, because she had her own business. I was like, everybody not meant to be a business owner. I don't want to have to worry about taxes. I don't want to have to worry about employees. I don't want to have to worry about anything like that. I love being the director of HR, that when I'm at work, I'm at work. When I want to disconnect at home, I can. I'm like, I don't want to have my own business. I'm like, having your own business, like, it's 24/7. You are constantly doing things. And I was like, I don't want that. And, over the years, everybody have always told me, oh, I think you need to have your own business. Oh, I think you need to have your own business. And I fought it and I fought it and I fought it for the longest. And even though I've done money spells in the past that I have actually gotten the money that I want, the whole goal is prosperity. It's not for you to have enough to make it to the next day or to make it to the next month. The goal is prosperity and abundance, that it keeps flowing. Some of you think that prosperity and abundance is getting $500 just so that you can pay your mortgage. That's not prosperity and abundance. Prosperity and abundance is a flow that is constantly coming in. And the moment that I actually, which was this year, people start telling me this in my 20s. I'm 37 now. So do the math. It was years of being disobedient. Years of being disobedient because I was persistent. I did not want a goddamn business. I didn't want to do the work. It is work, because even with me doing it now, it is work. You don't understand how hard it is doing these videos, keeping up with clients, responding back, doing products. It is work. But a manifestation that I did years ago was not able to manifest into this year, because this is the year that I finally decided to be obedient. Some of you are manifesting not knowing who you are. That Spirit is telling you who you are from multiple people and multiple dreams. You're a seer, you're a diviner, you're a healer, you're a shaman. And we are just oh, no, I don't think that's me. And we fight it. And we walk away. And sometimes it's the stupidest things. Because my thing is, I was like, oh, I don't want to do taxes. I don't want to do taxes. I don't want to do, I don't want to do business taxes. I don't want to have any employees. I don't even have no damn employees. All that, and I don't even have no employees. That was one of the main reasons. And so, because I don't like depending on people like that, because, people have shown me in the past that, I can control me, and I know my convictions that I have with the ancestors and the Orishas and stuff like that. People are not always sometimes in alignment with your convictions. And so I was like, I don't want to have to deal with people in that way, that I have to depend on them. I can have them as a client, because a client comes and goes. You know, I can break a curse and remove the witchcraft and all of this stuff, that they come and they go. But I don't want to have to get with somebody where it's like, oh man, why didn't you do this ritual today? You know, why didn't, it's hard sometimes finding somebody with your exact passion and everything like that. And so I put it off for years. And now I'm finally in the place that Spirit spoke to me years ago that I'm supposed to be. And so this is the importance, that some of you need to really realize who you are. You're working jobs that's not even in alignment with your purpose. You're in areas that's not even in alignment with your purpose. And it's all because you don't know who you are. It's all because you're still living the dream that mama told you, grandma told you, uncle told you, and everybody else, but not the dream that Spirit told you. You need to understand who you are. You gotta know who you are. It's so many of you that do not know who you are. Because when you understand who you are, you manifest in who you are. Some of you, you're meant to be something greater, but you're manifesting as someone that's not worthy. Some of you are meant to be the literal voice for the Orishas, but you manifest as a hood person. You know, being ghetto and everything else. And it's because you do not know who you are. You are being what you were taught. You are being what was projected in your mind instead of what your spirit is telling you who you are. You have to go deep within and realize who you are. And that's what some of you are going through right now, that you're trying your hardest to manifest, whether it's through prayers, candles, whatever, incense. You're trying your hardest to manifest, and you keep getting exactly what you believe. Some of you are trying to manifest love, and you're like, why am I keep getting cheaters? Because that's what you believe. You believe that every man is a cheater. You believe that every man is a liar. You believe that every man is a narcissist. And so that's all you attract, because that's what you strongly believe. I said last point last time, but I'm still going. You have a last point. You have a spirit inside of you called Ashe. Some people call it Holy Spirit. That Ashe has no free will. That whatever you tell Ashe, it makes that into a reality. And so if you light a candle, the candle, and you put the come to me, oh, ba, 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 boom, and you light it, and the whole petition, I want somebody masculine, muscular, attractive, good looking, heart of gold, that's going to love me, cherish me, adore me, chase me, someone that's going to be there for me, someone that, you know, is a godly, spiritual man. People will say godly and spiritual man, and because you left it so broad, you think that this person is going to be your religion. You think, but you just said godly and spiritual. And now the next thing you know, the person that comes in is Muslim, or the person that came in is Buddhist. So be careful what you ask for. If you don't want it, then don't leave it as broad as you think. So we manifest these things, but then once we get done manifesting, in our heart, what we strongly believe is that even though I just manifested all of this, I strongly believe that every man is a cheater, every man is a liar, every man is a narcissist, every man is an adulterer. And that's exactly what you got. You got a mixture of what you believe and a mixture of what you manifested physically, and that is the type of person that you're going to attract. Because you're still in a state that you don't know who you are. Because if you know who you are, and if you are showing that you have self-love, you have self-respect, you have self-worth, then you know that you can manifest and that you're worthy of whatever it is you're looking for. I'm worthy of a guy that can handle monogamy. I'm worthy of a woman that can handle monogamy. I'm worthy of someone that can handle polygamy. I'm worthy of. But we think that it's a them problem because them always cheating, them always doing that. But no, this is an internal, this is a you problem. You are the common denominator in every last one of these relationships. And I'm not saying that all fault lies on you, but if you're the common denominator, that you keep getting cheaters, if you keep getting narcissists, if you keep getting no good niggas, if you keep getting all of these people that don't belong in your life, who is the one that's picking? Who is the one that's picking these people? Who is the one that is calling these people in? We think magic is only when we grab the items that we need. Don't you know that you can, in your hearts of heart, just sit down and call somebody in? That you are like a powerful siren, that you are calling people in as you sit, and not even realizing that what you are doing is magic, that you're using energy to pull to you, to come to your aid. That when we are sad, depressed, and lonely, like that energy of pouring a lament out to the ancestors and the Orishas, how it gets them activated and moving and fighting for our behalf. We are very powerful beings, and we are manifesting, and we are pulling energy, and we're manipulating energy, and we're doing things whether we consciously and physically know it because we have the tool, or whether it's subconsciously because we're sitting back and thinking about all of the hurt and pain, and now we're manifesting within ourselves using the power of Ashe. But one of the most dangerous mixtures is when you manifest in the spirit of not knowing who you are. You manifest some of the most craziest results. Where it's like, damn, I got the physical of what I'm looking for, but this person is for the streets and for the community. Be careful how you manifest. And then some of you know you with the wrong person, abusing you and everything else, and you stay in there because you haven't risen to self-worth. Be careful how we manifest. Very important. That was the sum of everything that, Spirit was saying. Spirit was just saying that, some of you are manifesting in the wrong spirit. You're manifesting in the worst spirit possible. And this is why your manifestations are not taking off the way that you desire for them to be. You're manifesting money, but you have no avenue for spirit to come in and bless one of those avenues that money will start flowing. We manifest love, but then we got every wall around us up and tight that nothing can come in. How can, what is the purpose of asking if you're not ready to receive? And some of us, we think on the external that we are, but internally we're not. We're not ready for something strong and committed. Some of you are not ready for what it is that you're actually manifesting. Be careful how you manifest. The Pentakey of Oshun and the Lost Dreamer. Oshun, the Orisha of love, fertility, and rivers, was known for her beauty, charm, and deep wisdom. She was often called upon to help people discover their true desires and achieve their dreams. In a town, there was a woman that was talented and gifted, but she struggled to find her true calling. She often felt overwhelmed by the many possibilities before her and was unsure of what she truly wanted in life. Despite her talents, she felt lost and unfulfilled. One day, she decided to visit the sacred rivers of Oshun to seek guidance. She brought offerings of honey, oranges, and sweet pastries, knowing that these were Oshun's favorite gifts. And she approached the river. She called out to the Orisha, pouring out her heart and expressing her confusion and desire for clarity. Oshun, moved by her sincere prayer, appeared to her in the form of a radiant woman, her presence stunning like sunlight on the water. Oshun was gentle. She said, "I've heard your plea. To find what you truly want, you must first look within and understand your deepest desire. Come, Sit by the rivers with me, and let us discover your true path together. Oshun asked her to close her eyes and to reflect on her passions, her joys, and the moments when she felt most alive. She guided her through a series of questions. What makes your heart sing? When do you feel most at peace? What dreams have you set aside, thinking them impossible? As the woman pondered these questions, she realized that she had always loved creating art. Painting and sculpting brought her a lot of joy and fulfillment, but she had pushed those dreams aside, thinking that they are impartial and impractical. The realization brought a sense of clarity and excitement. Oshun smiled, and the woman newfound understanding. Now that you know what you want, you must pursue it with dedication and passion. Do not let doubt or fear hold you back. Embrace your true desires, and you will find the fulfillment you seek. Inspired by Oshun's words, she returned to her town with a renewed sense of purpose. She began to dedicate herself to her arts, creating beautiful works and that reflected her soul. As she poured her heart into her creation, she found that opportunities and support naturally flowed to her. Her art brought joy to others and soon gained recognition. Her journey from confusion to clarity became an inspiration to those around her. She often shared her story and the wisdom that Oshun had imparted, encouraging others to look within and understand their true desires. Come on, Oshun, come through. I love me some Oshun. Oshun, goddess of love. You know, if you don't have Oshun in the home, if you don't have a consecrated Orisha, I know somebody was like, well, how do you give offerings to the Orishas? I'm going to start, I normally, sometimes, y'all listen, I don't be responding like I want in the comments because it requires me to write a lot. And sometimes I just don't have the time. It's like, I'll look at it and then it's like, oh shit, I got, 3 clients that I got to prepare for and stuff like that. And so I'll remember it and I'll bring it up in the videos. And now, it's your responsibility to make sure that you're listening to these videos from beginning to end to get the answers to your questions. You have to make sure that you're listening to these videos. It's a lot of work that goes into this. A lot. One of the ways you can give to Oshun is just like what she in the Painted Key. Oshun is the owner of the river, lakes, and ponds. You can go to any river, any lake, any pond, and you can leave offerings to Oshun. You can take some sunflowers, the actual flower, take some sunflowers and put them in the water for Oshun. You can take some honey and some almonds and lay it under a tree or right by the side of the river, lake, or pond. You can take a pumpkin, Oshun loved pumpkins, and put it near the river, lake, or pond. You can take yellow, gold garments and things and lay it by the pond for Oshun. Oshun is the owner of sweetness. Oshun loves all types of sweet stuff. And so you could just, wine, you can get a good bottle of wine and lay it by the pond. Even though I was surprised when I read that Oshun actually liked beer too. I'm like, I didn't paint you as that type of girl. But Oshun loves beer, so you can lay that by the river, lake, or pond. I found it out and I was like, huh. I said, But there's so many things you can do with Oshun. Oshun Day is Saturday. So Oshun and Yemaya Day is Saturday. You can do a good cleansing of even taking the water and washing away the negativity with the water. Oshun, 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 I shall. We got Death card coming out. It's the overall energy. We got the uh, Ace of Wands with the Queen of Cups. So somebody is doing magic. Somebody is doing magic on a divine feminine. And look like somebody might be doing death magic. Somebody is sending death magic your way. When the Orishas tell you what to do it. Like some of you, it's like, oh, the Orishas led you to me. Are you gonna do it? Do the work? You know, because I'm the type of person. Look, I'm not forcing. I'm not gonna force any work on you. Look, at the end of the day, we all know from the videos I've been posting what we're supposed to be doing. Every month we should be doing a cleansing from a priest, and we should be doing Ebo and a reading. You do those things and you're covered. The reading is gonna tell you what's getting ready to come in. Your cleansing is what's gonna protect you for in case anybody is trying to do magic on you. And then Ebo is a ceremonial offering for the Orishas that your path and everything will be clear. So you know what you're supposed to do. Some of you, if the magic is already there, you need a ritual. If the magic have taken root, you need a ceremony. Do what needs to be done in order for you to get out of this current state. Some of you, it's just like what, what Spirit was telling me earlier. Some of you are in the energy where it's like, you want to be so spiritual, and it's like, fill me up, God. Fill me up, God. Fill me up. Okay, my little camera just be turning off and stuff. But Spirit is like, some of you keep asking for things, and then it's like in that Spirit is like, okay, now I'm coming and I'm filling you up like you asked for, and then it's like, soon as Spirit come to fill you up, you're like, oh no, not what I wanted. I'm scared of that. I just wanted to look more religious so that they can take me serious. But I didn't really want to get filled up like that. I only wanted to look religious. Was I looking cute when I had my hands up? It's like, was they looking back at it? And it's like, some of you don't know what you really want. You don't know what you really want. It's like, I want to learn more. Your Spirit is like, okay, let me open the path. Then you get on the path. Oh, but I'm scared. Oh, I don't know if I can handle it. Let me close the path. Decide what you want. Decide what you want. It said this camera was getting hot. Well, it's a lot of magic on this board. It said that's why it cut off. I'm hoping it'll at least let me finish. Let me go and finish this reading. Discernment. Oh, money is coming in. Somebody doing magic on you because they know money is coming in for you. Fill me up, God. No, I'm saying it, and I really do want to get filled up. So, just P.S. Oh, I've been cracking myself up with Spirit. I promise. Me and Spirit in the room, we cut up. Because sometimes I be cracking myself up, boy. It'd be corny, but it'd be funny as hell to me. I'd be laughing. It's just so funny to me. I just be like, ooh, that was a good one. All right, y'all. I got to finish this reading this way. I had to switch it up because this cameras keep getting hot. Now it just got me it was this homeless person I seen that was in this room. And I said, homeless person, what are you doing in this room? And I was like, come film this for me. So I got my son filming the rest of this so I can finish up this reading. So yep, the camera was keep getting too hot, probably because of all this damn magic. This is you have the death card as the overall energy, and you have it clarified with the Ace of Wands, which the Ace of Wands is very heavy magic. And you have it paired with the Queen of Cups, which is the Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine don't necessarily mean that it's a woman. It could be a man. I'm a Divine Feminine. Divine Feminine and Masculine has nothing to do with gender. Divine Masculine is the energy of like to leadership, management, is ruling over things. Whereas, like when you look at the old days with the king and queens, that's the divine masculine energy. Both those positions, both the king and the queen, are both in positions of the divine masculine. Your divine feminine was like the magician. The divine feminine is someone that is very powerful when it comes to the spiritual realm. This is someone that knows how to tap into their ashe. This is someone that knows how to use rituals and spells and ceremonies. A divine feminine is very powerful. I definitely will not mess with a divine feminine that is active in their their energy, that they know who they are and what they possess, because the divine feminine can fuck you up. I always look at it where, a divine masculine is the one that will make the boat, but it is the divine feminine that will give you the wisdom of how to operate the boat. Divine masculine is the energy of knowledge. The divine feminine is the spirit of wisdom. But if you notice, in every last one of those, they work together. So divine masculine and divine feminine, it always comes back to center to be one, both yin and yang, because they need each other in order to operate. And so a divine feminine is very powerful, and it doesn't mean it is a woman, but it is saying that someone is sending death magic to a divine feminine. Someone is sending you death magic. This person said it's time for you to leave this earth. So this is somebody that I don't play. I would definitely put a protective jar in my car. I have a protective jar in every last one of my cars. I keep it in the middle of every last one of my cars. I always have a protective jar in there, so that when people try to act the fuck up, I match their energy and I send that shit right back. So, but someone is sending you death magic. I would be careful with getting in the car, going on trips and things like that, because this person wants you out of here. And you have the death card as the hidden emotion, that this is deep. This could have been some magic that's on you for a while. I wouldn't be surprised right now that even if I'm talking to you, that you're like sick and stuff like that right now, that you're falling ill, because someone is sending you death magic. Somebody wants you out of here. You have, as the crossing energy, you have the Five of Wands. The Five of Wands, it talks about a lot of fights and competition. You have it paired with the Magician. It's saying somebody is doing a lot of magic, that you have a lot of people that's fighting against you. You have a lot of people that's fighting against you, that they, you could be fighting with family members out of the blue. Your family don't want to fuck with you no more. Friends don't want to fuck with you no more. People that you have been knowing for years don't want to fuck with you no more. Oh yeah, it's your family, your security. Everything that you have established for yourself, your security, your family, your foundation, all of that shit is being taken away right now. This person is making sure like you have nobody in your corner. They are isolating you and making you all alone. Let me see. You got the... Because you got the... I want to clarify it before I speak on it. Somebody in your life is dishonest and you don't see it. Someone is pretending to be the Sun card, the happiest card in the deck. That there is a high priestess or maybe a spiritualist or something that you're going to, or that you know in your family, that this person is pretending to be the Sun. That look how the little kid is riding in on the horse and pretending that, a kid means innocence. And technically that's what the Sun card is. But, it's once again, that's the difference between reading from the cards and channeling energy. Just trying to bring back in of what I taught you earlier, is that even though this is a really powerful card and a good card, and this is the happiest card in the deck, this spirit is telling me with this card that somebody is coming in pretending to be innocent. They're pretending to be like they're on your side and they understand you. And this person they know how to do magic. They could be a root worker. They could be voodoo, hoodoo, palomayambe, Ifa. That this person is pretending to be on your side, but this is someone that is working against you as well.
They're doing nothing but trying to trap you in a web. And so this person is, when web come out, it's normally saying, like, before somebody can do a spell on you, like let's say, a love spell. Before a love spell can be done on you, they must first put you in a position that you guys have a friendship or something, and that you're feeling them, and then from there they can do love magic in order to interfere with the connection and manipulate it and make it more than what it is. So this person don't have what they don't have what they need right now. Maybe they haven't gotten your full trust right now. But like, this person is gonna come in and be like, "Oh, girl, I'm on your side. You know what, girl? Let me help you out and let me do your laundry." Just so that they can go in and just get your dirty panties and start doing magic on you. Like this, the web of lies mean that they need something first they need something to start doing something. And so it's like they haven't gotten your trust yet, that they have gotten what they needed. Whether it's trying to put some in your food, you haven't allowed them to cook for you yet. Trying to do your laundry, you haven't gave them access to your essence that they can start using it against you. This person is coming in only with the intent of, "Oh girl, I'm on your side, I understand," take what they need or put what they need to put in you, and then they're going to bounce. Because now the spell can be completed. Now they can do, more stuff. And this is all because you have the Nine of Pentacles, which talks about discernment, and you have the Ace of Pentacles, which talks about wealth and money coming in. Money is getting ready to come in for somebody, and these people know this, that is fighting against you, but they are trying to pause that money from coming in. Somebody could be waiting on a lawsuit, that you could be getting some type of lawsuit, probably from a car accident, because they're sending you death magic. Now that's funny. That's funny. Somebody's sending you death magic, and instead of taking you out and taking your life like they wanted to, it's going to end up bringing you a blessing, because now this death magic is going to come in the form of a lawsuit, which is going to bring you money. I can see somebody being pissed at that. They was like, "That's my money. I'm the one that set you up to die. I'm the one that set you up to get hit." And it's like, I don't think it worked like that. And so, but this is somebody that purposely set things up in order for death to come your way. But like, this could be somebody suing the hospital that maybe they didn't treat you right. Maybe they didn't catch something. And, this person is like, "Well, I'm the one that made you sick spiritually. So if anything, half of that should come to me, And I can see why it's saying that somebody is trying to get close. They could be getting close to get a piece of this money, because this looks like this is a big chunk of money. Whether it's a lawsuit from a car accident, a lawsuit from a hospital because you're suing the hospital, but it's something to do with whatever money that's getting ready to come in is coming in because a curse turned into a blessing, even though you're still cursed, if that makes sense. So a curse turned into a blessing because somebody sent you magic to take you out, but it didn't take you out, and it kind of reversed itself, where instead of taking you out, like, it could have injured you, that you could have been in a bad car crash, but now that car crash is going to end up being a lawsuit, and that lawsuit is going to bring you money. And this person want to slow it down because they were like, "I never meant for you to get money, I meant for you to get death." And so these people do not want you with the money that they basically put into your life, because they set you up to get sick, to get hit by a car. And so God was able to turn a curse into a blessing, but you're still cursed because the magic is still here. And so it's like, don't think that you're not cursed now just because money is coming in. Money is coming in for you, but it's coming in very slowly. This is somebody where you are like, "Okay, goddamn, how long do it take for a goddamn lawsuit to give me the money?" It's taking longer than normal because they're still doing magic to make sure that everything is delayed. You got to start fighting back. Some of you are just, it's like, I told you, it's like the thing that lived rent-free in my head. You don't even know who you are. I love that when they say that on Black and King. You don't even know who you are. Follow me, I will show you. And so somebody don't know who they are. You don't know, like, the things that you can be sending back, where it's just like, "Oh Lord, I want to get these people off of me." And then, your spirit can be like, "Oh, here, I sent you the spiritual man, get with Rashad. Rashad is going to create something for you that you can send this energy back. And then you like, ugh, but I don't want to do evil magic. So what do you want? So so you telling me that if this magic here, if it comes to you getting it or the other person getting it, you would really just stay still and let it come to you? Baby, I don't care if I send this magic back and your goddamn house burned down. That burning down of the house is not my fault. This is me doing protective magic, protecting myself, because if I gotta choose my house getting burnt down or yours, you better believe I'm choosing yours. Bye-bye, I'll give you a fire extinguisher as a Christmas gift. Now you know. I'm not gonna choose you over me. It's never gonna happen like that. And some of you, your speech is not matching your reaction. Your speech say, oh no, I will always choose me over you, but your reaction says that I will choose you over me every single time. And this is why this person magic is so prevalent, because you are keep choosing the other person. Some of you just do not know who you are and the power that you possess. I'm not going to stand in energy that is not my own. You are not going to get me down. Nigga, please. Nigga, bye. I'm out.